Hello students, let's have a look at some questions about the asymptotes. So this is question 11 from exercise 4.1. So determine the equations of the asymptotes for f of x equals 2 on x plus 3, all subtract 4. So how has this formula been transformed? Well, the x plus 3 can be rewritten as x take negative 3, which means the whole graph has been moved 3 units to the left, and minus 4 means the whole graph has been moved 4 units down, which means the vertical asymptote that was at x equals 0, okay, there's the c equals negative 3, d equals negative 4, so the vertical asymptote that was at x equals 0 is now at x equals negative 3, and the horizontal asymptote that was at y equals 0 has been moved down to y equals 4. So you might want to look at similar questions in the exercise to practice that. Okay, the next question, number 14 from exercise 4.1. Determine the equation for each of the following hyperbolic graphs. So I'm going to do these two, and then you're going to have a go at doing C and D on the next page. So let's get started. So first off, look at the asymptotes. Well, the vertical asymptote is the y-axis. The horizontal asymptote is the x-axis. So that means C equals 0 and D equals 0. And if you look at the points right there, when x is 1, y is 1. So that basically means that the equation is just y equals 1 on x. So that's a nice easy one to start with. Okay, question B is a little bit more tricky. So there's the graph up there. Once again, the asymptotes are the y-axis and the x-axis. So once again, C is equal to 0 and D is equal to 0. But this time we have to work out what A is. So let's write the equation y equals A on x. Okay, now what I have to do now is put the coordinates of one of those 2 points in place of y and x. So I've chosen to use, what I did next is I said, let's just rewrite that to make A equals x multiplied by y, because that's going to be an easier way to work out the value of A. And all I've done there is I said when x equals 2, y equals negative 1. Therefore, A is equal to 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And that's the equation for that particular hyperbolic graph, hyperbolic equation. Okay, let's let you have a go at doing one of these. Okay, in fact, I'll do C and then let you guys try D. But if you want to try C on your own, stop the video, have a go, and then we'll show you what the solution is. So let's look at where the asymptotes are. The vertical asymptote has been moved 2 to the right. That means C is equal to 2. The horizontal asymptote has been moved up 1. That means D is equal to 1. So we know what C and D are, but we don't know yet what A is. So there's the basic equation. Put in the values for C and D. C is negative 2. D is equal to 1. And once again, the easiest way to do this is to just sub in either 3 for x and 2 for y, or 1 for x and 0 for y. So I've decided to use that point up there. And now just solve that for A. So 3 take 2 equals 1. And 1 times 2 is 2. So we get 2 equals A plus 1. Therefore, A equals 1. And therefore, that's the equation of that particular function. Okay, pause the video and see if you can do D similarly. Okay, start the same way, write down the formula. So the graph has been moved 1 unit to the left, making the vertical asymptote at -1. So that means C is equal to -1. The horizontal asymptote has stayed at the x-axis, so D is equal to 0. So that gives us that for our equation. Once again, plug in either 0, -2 or -3, 1. So I've chosen to plug in x equals 0, y equals -2, and that gives us a equals -2, and therefore the equation is y equals -2 over x plus 1. So we'll stop the video at that point and then move on to some slightly more challenging questions in the next video.